Even as Pakistan continues that farcical attempt to project itself as a peacemaker, its actions on the ground telling a very different reality. People living in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, PoK, are at the receiving end of a severe crackdown by Asim Munir's forces simply for voicing their dissent. The situation in PoK remains extremely volatile as a curfew has been imposed. Internet blackout is in place. The visuals depicting the story in itself in a brutal crackdown on the locals. The police and the Pakistan army personnel opened fire and tear gas at them. As per Reuters, over 70 people were injured, whereas at least 11 people were killed in the clashes. Take a look. Authorities have also banned public gatherings in several parts, including Muzaffarabad. Officially, Pakistan claims 4 law enforcement personnel and 3 members of the Joint Awami Action Committee, or JAAC, were killed. But this claim could not be independently verified, as internet services have been suspended in the area. At the center of the latest row is the JAAC, a civil society organization formed in 2023. Since its inception, in fact, it has been agitating over issues like electricity tariffs, inflation, political rights. It called for a protest on the 9th of June to demand abolition of 12 seats occupied by Pakistanis in the so-called Legislative Assembly. Thereafter, JAAC was banned by Pakistan. While local authorities claim that this organization is engaged in what it calls terrorism and is acting against peace and security, protesters see this as a move to silence the voice of the people. And while the Pakistani authorities accused JAAC of committing violent activities in Rawalkot over the weekend, the civil society group stressed that the armed forces had attacked a peaceful vigil. Meanwhile, security has been ramped up there, with the Shehbaz Sharif-led government rushing paramilitary forces to the region. Amid all of this, the locals remain firm in agitating for their rights. Listen to this.
To public sentiment, they will not back down from their struggle for their rights and will continue to raise their voices through all democratic and constitutional means available to them.
And after the local authorities issued a warning to the tourists against visiting PoK until the 20th of June, foreign embassies have stepped up a vigil. For instance, the US and Canada advised citizens to avoid areas with large gatherings in PoK. Similarly, Australia's envoy to Pakistan asked travelers to avoid visiting PoK due to the present turmoil. The PoK crackdown has become a key issue in the UK as well. A group of MPs, in fact, wrote to Britain's foreign minister over the dire situation in PoK and urged him to address the communication blackout and arrests. While independent MP Iqbal Mohammed called for lifting the restrictions and resolving the situation through peaceful dialogue, Islamabad took offense clearly to this and emphasized on non-interference. In fact, Imran Khan's party, PTI, alleged vote rigging in elections held to the so-called Assembly of Gilgit-Baltistan. India's Ministry of External Affairs, meanwhile, lodged a strong protest with Pakistan over these polls and flagged grave human rights violations, political repression, economic exploitation in the illegally occupied territories. And as Pakistan continues that brutal crackdown on civilians, the brutality of Asim Munir's forces has been exposed yet again. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.